Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to another episode. Yeah, it's been a long time since we had this one-on-one talks where I talk to you guys about what I'm going through, my feelings, and what I've been struggling with lately. And I like the fact that some of you just appreciate the honesty that comes with the work that we do, the business that we do. But as for me, I don't want to lie. I'm not sitting in a good place. I'm sure if you've been watching the live streams lately, you've been seeing that I've been just losing, man. I've been losing. And I came to the realization that, look, there's a beauty. And, shout out to the people that were there. And it's still encouraging me to, well, not really give up because, giving up, I mean, I came to this point because giving up was not the option. But yeah, to lose 25% of profits that were made in 3 weeks, it's quite painful, because that tells you that somehow, maybe you're a bit reckless as a business person, as a trader. And yeah, man, this type of things happens. But the question is, a lot of people always ask me, like, the question is, when you're going through what you're going through now, what do you do, right? I think the most important thing is staying real to you, staying real to the craft, and understanding that you're running a business at the end of the day. Look, and yeah, some of you are saying, but why, MJ, were you emotional about it? If you're a pro trader, I get you and I hear you, right? But you need to understand something, that before you're a trader, you're a human being. And I'm a human being. I sometimes lose it. I sometimes get emotional about. Look, one loss doesn't really bother me. Two losses don't really bother me. But to have like a losing week, that's what gets to me. Like any other person. I mean, look, I've sat down with pro traders that are trading for banks. I've sat down with people that are trading serious money. I've sat down with serious entrepreneurs that are making serious money per annum. And one thing that we have in common is that when your business is under attack or under threat, you sometimes go through emotions. And I always give you guys an example that, look, even if you are having a shop, a supermarket where money's not coming in and you're just continuously losing, your employees are making you lose money. It happens at times that you can get emotional about it. I mean, I know guys that go drinking because their businesses are not doing well. I know guys that would become so, like, look for alternatives, just to cover that pain. So with me, I'm just staying true to who I am, staying true to what happens when you're going through such kind of things. But the most important thing is you need to understand and remember why you started this whole thing in the first place, right? And most of you guys, these things that I'm telling you, like, no one wants to talk about them, because the minute you talk about them, it's bad for the business. I mean, if you are selling courses, you're selling mentorship, and you're selling signals, the minute you start telling your community that, look, guys, I'm having it rough, it's bad marketing, bad reputation for you. But I know I've got nothing to lose, because I understand, as I've mentioned, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So during times like this, the question is, what do you do? Um, so what was happening to me? Let me give you the moral of the story. What was happening to me is that I've taken so many trades that go my direction after my stops are being hit, right? And I've been doing a proper evaluation lately, to check, maybe I'm putting my stop loss too low or too high or too close, you know, and maybe that's the reason. But I realized that no, that was not the reason. I mean, the market is just being volatile lately, and I just need to go about it. And my workload as well is just being increasing. I mean, being an analyst, running also other businesses, being a family man as well, it can be demanding. And I realized that the problem was not anything that had to do with my risk, but everything that had to do with my workload, because I was merely taking trades at times, where the market was more volatile. The market sessions are opening and sessions are closing, because I wouldn't have time to trade, in other times, because I'll be busy on something. Maybe I'll be doing a radio interview or a TV interview. Because being a business analyst, to be a financial analyst, it requires you to always be standby. I mean, any newspaper can call you now, any TV station can call you now. Look, we are having this and this happening. What's your take on it? Can we have an interview with you in the next 3 hours, in the next 4 hours, or possibly the next day? So I have to adjust to that. Hi fam, MJ here. A lot of people are always asking me which platform am I using. And I'm sure by now you've seen me talk a lot about Okta. But come on, let's be real. Anybody can talk about a platform on how good they are and how they are the best. But the question is, are they really legit? Instead of you trusting me, why don't you just try it out yourself? Why Okta? Because we know that they don't have any hidden fees, they don't have any chart manipulation and funny business going on. Plus, they are regulated both locally and globally. So instead of you trusting me, try it out yourself. And if you're going to try it out, let me plug you with something. Use this promo code Trade with MJ for 100% bonus on your deposit. So don't just trust me, try it out yourself and you will see why. Cheers. Um, so I've realized that, look, for me, it was more about trading at the times the market was more volatile because I never had time. But I went back to the drawing board and I realized that, look, I have to continue with what I'm doing. And for those of you that are out there, you are just thinking that trading is something that you can just do at any given time when you wake up and make a whole lot of money. Well, if that's your approach, I wouldn't say that that's a good approach, because when the purple hits the fan, you're going to find depression, my friend. Just need to realize that as much as I'm having a losing streak, I'm still profitable for the month. It's just at 25%, over 25, by the way, over 25% of what I've made in 3 weeks, lost in 4 days, 3 days. Well, that's a lot according to how I do things. And that's something that I'm not proud of. But yeah, man, in a nutshell, I'm okay. I've recovered, not really recovered on the money, but recovered emotionally, psychological. I think I'm in a good space. I'm looking forward to the new week. And yeah, man, I'm just excited to go on and try again. And that's the beauty about our business. You get motivated to try again. You get motivated to push on and see what you are made of. So yeah, some of you were being sold the dream of social pressure, or you fell under the gimmicks of social pressure, right? Where you saw someone doing quite well and you're like, okay, fine, maybe even me, I can do quite well. But let me tell you this: if social media is what pushed you to do this, the thing is, when you are going through what I'm going through now, social media is not, you know, it's not fashionable to talk about these things. So it's not a lot of people that will be talking about this type of things of you are finding it hard, you are losing, and you don't know what to do. But man, find encouragement in what you do. Find encouragement in also like the things that you have achieved so far. I mean, you can always look at things outside trading, like what have you achieved so far as an individual, or as a group. If you're trading with a group and you're facing the same thing. I had a buddy of mine who was also going through the same thing. And we're just looking back at what we have achieved as individuals, because I think there's a lot that we have achieved and we are merely proud of it, man. I mean, it gives us the juice, gives us the motivation to move on and to carry on. But yeah, man, on to the next one. I believe that we can try again with the new week. We can possibly do the right things and start regaining that strength and start making more money, and stop making mistakes that we've been doing. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a motivation, just to give you that thing that in South Africa, trading is not what it seems to be, man. This whole of lies that you make money at any given time. You can just wake up and just make money. Yeah. Am I saying you cannot do that? No, that's not what I'm saying. I know you can, but is that how you want to run your business? Or you want to run your business on the basis of, when you lose money, how you recover from it. When you make money, how do you protect yourself from losing it? That's what you want to do, as a business person more than anything. Because you will think that, okay, fine, you've been trading for 3 years now. You've been trading for 3 months. You've been trading for 4 years. And you're like, okay, fine. But the person that motivated me to trade is doing far much better than me. what is he doing right that I'm not doing? But only to find out that the person is clearly not making money from the charts, period. You unfortunately got hooked. And 3 years down the line, you're like, okay, but it doesn't seem that easy. Let me tell you something, my friends. Trading isn't easy. And I'm not saying this to, scare you or discourage you or anything, but you gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared for weeks like this. Like myself, I'm I'm better now, I'm better. And when it happens like in front of everyone, like it's so painful. Um, but yeah, it happens, be motivated. Trading is hard, guys. Trading is not easy. Trading is like any other profession, like any other career. If somebody's having 9 to 5 out there, they can also attest to this. Some of you are having horrible bosses. You're having bosses that do not appreciate what you do. You're having crazy hours at work, and it's tough, so any profession is tough. So it's trading. So this things that we always see on social media, that it's easy, you can just lay down and just make money as easy as that, man. Forget about that kind of life. Let me motivate you. You're gonna find weeks where you're gonna be losing. You're gonna find weeks where you're gonna be making a lot of money. But you just need to stay true to yourself. Like, remind yourself why you're doing this business in the first place. I'm just here to encourage somebody that even if it's not looking good, man, don't give up, man. Let's try this thing one more time. Um I know I'm going to recover from what I'm going through, and I believe that I've already done so. And what is happening with me now is that now when I'm going to take trades, my psychology is messed up, man. But I had to work on it. Like, I had to work on it. I told you guys when I was streaming, I think it was Thursday, I said, look, I'm not going to be trading anymore. I'm just going to give myself a break. Not trading that Thursday, not trading that Friday. The whole weekend I've been just working on the mistakes that I've been doing. And I think I found those mistakes that I've been doing. And now I'm reorganizing my schedule. Spoke to my team, spoke to my manager that, look, even when you organize for me like meetings, organize for me interviews and whatnot, let's structure them in this way, because my trading business is lacking because of this might be the issue, you know? And that's the whole beauty about working for yourself, that like when you are experiencing issues, you think, how do you solve that problem? I mean, business is all about problem solving. And what we don't realize as traders is that we're thinking that trading is all about trading and making money, but that's not really all about. That's not what it's really all about. It's all about, yeah, making the money is the primary tool, I understand, but you also need to understand that it's also about problem solving. You need to continuously solve problems, you know. If you're in the business of production as well, your job is to just solve problems. So yeah, trader in South Africa, be motivated, man. You got this. I believe you can do this. One of the great minds, one of the great traders that can ever come out of this world, I believe is coming from South Africa. And I believe that we've got the courage, we've got the mental power, we've got the emotional power, the psychological power to do it, and thrive in this business. So be true to yourself. If there's one thing you can take from this video, just be true to yourself, why you got into the business, and take advantage of emotions that you had when you achieve something in your life. It can be anything, man. Just remind yourself that you've once done good thing that worked nicely, and this can also be another thing. So with me, look, new week, new goals. We're gonna continue streaming, we're gonna continue trading. And let me give you guys an update of, like, with the motivation that I've given myself right now, and just sharing my emotions with you guys. What has transpired? I mean, I've got a lineup of crazy things that are happening. I mean, in the next morning, I'm gonna be on TV. I've got a TV interview. I need to analyze what happened between Donald Trump and Ramaphosa. I need to study the markets. Like, there's just a whole lot of things that I need to do, right? I've got the finance magnet Africa Summit coming. I've got speech that I need to do. So I'm preparing for that as well. So my schedule is just hectic, but I'm always reminding myself that, dude, as much as you're having all these things, how do you accommodate your trading business within this structure, so that I can have a good ecosystem that will benefit me and I maximize out of that. So With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You know what to do. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when we drop another episode. From your president, your mentor, your coach, I'm grateful for you guys, man. Let's shoot another video and let me give you an update. I think when I give you guys an update, I'll probably be in Cape Town for the summit. But just stay tuned, guys. I really love you guys and really appreciate you guys. Cheers.